Hey, hello guys. Can you hear me? I hope so. Now we are really broadcasting live from San Pedro, Atacama on our second try. We are in a beautiful hotel. It's called Cumbres, next to San Pedro. It's just like 1 kilometer away from the town. And here we are with my friend Uli. So what we're doing here, we're doing the three corners fully guided tour all the way to Salar de Uyuni, Salta in Argentina, Cafayate, all the beautiful Atacama and more. And this
very
is our second day after the first day riding.
First day started at the Pacific coast, beautiful blue water, and right up into the desert. And our first stop was the optional run to the end of the desert. It's in the middle of the desert, nothing around, kind of cool. And Andres made a nice little video of it. First, probably he shows a picture if he has it handy,
Yeah,
and
right here.
then he took his drone up in the air. What was very nice because it was not windy, so it was just on the edge of the wind, because the desert can have very strong winds. But we got lucky, and the wind was down enough, so he took his drone and flew it up, and you will see it. It's super nice pictures, man.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sadly, it's a little. How do you say that? You have graffitis.
Yeah. People just don't have a respect for art or something, and they put graffiti on it, but other people try to clean it up every year, so it wasn't that bad this time.
Yeah, actually, it was kind of clean. I mean, the place was clean.
Yeah,
It's
very
only
clean.
a little graffiti on the sculpture. That's so sad.
Very clean. Anyway, there was no trash or nothing around. And it's in the middle of the desert. Unbelievable. Nothing around. Of course, it's near the Ruta 5, what is the Pan American Highway. It's just a 2-lane road here right now. But yeah, it was cool. But from there, of course, this was a detour, optional detour. We went back north and tried to really go into the desert. And of course, we didn't stay on the Ruta 5 on the highway. That would be not Ride Adventure. Ride Adventure will always try to make the best detours possible. And of course, we turned off the highway as soon as we could and used the old salt roads. Still used by the salt companies and the mining companies in the area. And you see only like heavy equipment going, but no tourists. So we were the only ones out there.
That's true.
And that was kind of cool. We didn't see any private car or any low people there for like 4 hours.
So after this solitudeness of the hand, we went to this.
Yeah.
That's crossing the Cordillera de la Sal. It's a couple of mountains that they call it Cordillera de la Sal. The Andes Mountains and the ocean.
And you see, the road's in pretty good shape. Easy to ride, but it's not asphalt. It's made with salt and water, and it's like very nice, like asphalt. Very easy to ride on. And the only thing you see is like this big heavy equipment moving around, and us. Kind of cool.
Yeah, cool. And that white line you saw in the background, it's just a flat salt, the Atacama flat salt.
Yeah.
The third largest in the world. That's kind of fantastic.
Huh.
So we're going to be in the 2 of the 3 largest flat salts in the world.
Yeah, it's kind of
this
cool.
one and in a couple of days in the Uyuni.
Yeah, and we actually crossing it. We just went right through not the middle, but the southern part of it, and right through it. So you see a little bit in the background.
Yeah, the white line.
So we're going just down the hill now. We were up to 2,800 meters, and the salt flat is about 2,400. So we're going back down, and then we're crossing the white strip down there and going towards the Andes Mountains in the background. Fantastic, super sensitive. They still do salt mining, and of course they also mine for other minerals. And then we come out on the other side. And
what I would say was my favorite part. The lagoons.
Yeah. Oh yeah, super. The lagoons.
Beautiful.
After all that dry desert where it's hardly rains at all, and then you come to some lagoons, and these lagoons coming from groundwater. And of course, what we have there, Andres.
Beautiful flamencos.
That's the Chilean pronunciation of flamingos.
Well, you know we're in Chile, so it's flamencos.
Okay. I thought it was the dance, but anyway.
Yeah, pink flamencos everywhere. And a lot of them. And that was really a magnificent spot. We're going to show you just a little video made with the GoPro, so not really a zoom to the flamencos. And there's a nice guide or riders for this tour. Ashton and Erica. They are from Canada and they are really enjoying the trip. Look at this lagoon. It's beautiful colors in the water, and you know in the water is these little shrimps and the flamencos eat it just like the waves. It's the same like the waves with the plankton.
Yeah, the grill, yeah.
With the beak, and they eat the krill, the little shrimps. And they get the color because the water is so low of heavy metals that they get this pink color.
Yeah, but the guy told her that they have to eat, the shrimps are so little that the guys have to, the flamingos have to eat about 10 hours a day just to get enough food. Unbelievable. And that's standing on one leg.
Yeah, and you can see it like changing from one leg to the other. One nice thing is this is the little kind of, it's not really a restaurant, it's like a coffee shop.
Observing point.
Yeah, observing point. And it's run by the local communities. So Aborigine people working and administrating these spaces. It's a few like this, and it's kind of nice, and of course they charge for the entrance, but it's good to cooperate with these guys. They are doing nice things. And where we go next?
I think we're going to town, and actually it's a kind of an oasis because these guys have water coming down from the Andes Mountains, and I think it's also some groundwater involved, and boom, it's green in town. Very different than the last 4 or 5 hours.
This was beautiful.
And Andres took the chance to put his drone up again, and that's Main Square. And Andres, what else do you see?
Well, this is a typical little villa here in the north. So it's with the design of the Spanish conquistadors. You know, they make all the villas around the main square. So you have this main square, different sizes and shapes, but one main square with a church on one side, and all the rest of the town is around the main square. And what is funny here is on the main square, really in the middle, is this little bell tower.
Bell tower, yeah.
Canario.
It's not connected to the church. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, and the church is right in front of the street.
On the other side, yeah.
Yeah, so it's beautiful. You saw we just parked there. There was nobody there, and what is very nice is to look at the people in these little villas.
Well, that's what Andres just mentioned. The idea of our tours and ride adventure tours is to get off the beaten track. You know, of course, we cover the highlights like San Pedro and Salta and Uyuni salt flats, but on the other hand, we try to go different routes. We're not staying on the main roads. We're going off-roading. We go away from the other tourists as much as we can, still hitting the best spots. That's ride adventure for us.
Yeah, and that's the way to do it. So you have a contact with the locals and you enjoy the best part or the highlights all around.
Yeah.
Look at that. This is a beautiful little town. I want to keep you there, guys, waiting and keep looking, because you're going to see how this is an oasis in the middle of the desert. We're going to fly a little up, and I'm going to try to show you that the people it's just like every other town. You got this community center in the main square, and everybody goes there and walk around. You know, you can buy an ice cream, eat it like all guys did. No, it's a beautiful little villa, and literally in the middle of nowhere, because it's just this green spot with the houses and nothing. There you start to see it. We're flying there like 100 meters high. You can start seeing the surroundings, which is desert. So on one side of the town you have desert, and in the other side, the one we're looking at now, is the Atacama flat salt. And you see the horizon with nothing but sand and salt.
Yeah, that's the side to the ocean, and if you had a shot to the other side, you will see the big Andes mountain range, what is up to 6,700 meters in this point, and we will see plenty more of those in the next few days, because right now we are in San Pedro de Atacama, what is the centrum, the cultural centrum, and the geological phenomenal centrum here, with Valle de la Luna and with other attractions, and a beautiful town. And of course we're staying in a beautiful hotel right now here, super nice. Later on we will take a little ride through Valle de la Luna. It's the Moon Valley, and it has a reason why they call it the Moon Valley, and we try to catch the sunset there. Perfect.
It's where American record the landing of the Apollo.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's what they say.
Okay, cool. But on the other hand, and you will see it in a few days, we will climb up the Andes Mountains, and tomorrow already will be a pass of 4,500 something at the Olagre, 700, yeah, and then go back down to Uyuni and the salt flat, what is about 4,200 roundabout, right?
Yeah, 4,700 is like 15,000 feet high, so it's very high. Well, you have to acclimatize, and that's why we're having this day, like a relaxed day in San Pedro, to enjoy the surroundings, but also to acclimatate our bodies to the heights and don't get the heights. So guys, if you like it, comment, and also if you want to do something like this, go into our website, rideadv.com, and look for the tours. Look, Chile, tours, 3 corners, and we're going to be riding between Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina.
And you probably will meet one of us. My friend Andres Bruno here is one of the favorite guys down here, sometimes on the motorcycle, sometimes in the truck. And I'm the owner of the operation down here, and try to lead as many tours as possible because it's just fun. I'm living here for 9 years, and I'm not getting tired of riding here. It's so beautiful. South or north, doesn't matter.
So guys, see you soon, and I'm just leaving this to remind you where to go. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. See you tomorrow.